Okay.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the next video. Today we're going to be talking about new items, possible new builds, and helping some people out. Joining us today is K Trades and the Butcher. You might know from NodCast.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Doing just fine,
Uh,
thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So it looks like we got some new items out with the ending of the arena season, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really excited about that lavalier since I'm a shield user.
Yeah, that goes in the quiver slot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
I
something.
wasn't too excited about it. I mean, like the fact that it gives your, main hand 30% really excited me there for a minute until I read the rest of it and it was like, "Oh yeah, but the offhand gets a minus 30%." I was really upset about that. I was hoping they were gonna drop something new for melee users.
Well,
Um,
they did mention the up tier of the taver tavern dragon.
yeah.
The two, I don't know if you could pull that up on announcements. There's two items that,
Dragon dagger?
yeah, there's two weapons that they buffed after tier 2 that I think might
Yeah,
suit.
let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Do you remember the day? I can look and see if I
Yeah,
can see the day.
it's right under
Right after the arena finals ended.
Oh, okay, okay. Arena Finals.
Yeah, if you
Oh, I
see
see it.
the
I see it.
announcement
Forge touch.
about Slayer getting kicked, then you have gone too far.
No, I see it. I see it. Okay, that's pretty cool. One thing I did kind of want to bring up though was not only are there new items, but there's also a new new skill that you can get. I can't even pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna
Priapism?
try. Priapism, is that how
Hmm,
you say it?
I think
What
so.
as a player who's been playing this game for so long, what do you actually think about this skill?
Um, well, I think that the skill is there to counter the. There's four skills coming out, four or five, and one of them is overburn. So they're using twice
Hmm.
the MP to hit double damage, and I think Priapism is a way to, you know, drain them.
Well, it was going to be twice the cost, but he already nerfed it to be 3 times the cost. Which means that I don't think anybody is going to use it. You know what I mean? Because there's just no point.
Now, what gem is three times the cost? You mean overburn?
Yeah, for Overburn, it was
Yeah, yeah.
originally going to be 2 times, but he's changed it already to be 3 times.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Uh, it's gonna be crazy. The overburn, I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna use it. I'm not. Okay, so yes, this skill is toggleable when maxed. Provides a 20% damage bonus to DOTs and DD gem effects. 25% for gray. But makes those gems require triple the mana and energy and the extra amount restored so long as it will still be 100%. Only partial restoration will occur if this skill is not maxed. What? That doesn't sound like overburn. I think I accidentally went down a little bit. That's my fault.
Overburn.
Yeah, that was menagerie memory. I can't even say it. The last part of this it'll requires triple the mana and extra damage does not count toward your gains from mana and energy drains. Training this skill will cause an Arcanist CA, whatever CA means, I still don't know what that means, to restore the reduced amount of mana and energy, starting at 30k. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, it does look like this is definitely going to put DOT gems back on the map. I don't know if they ever did leave.
Yeah, I would say they're still on the map. And now they, excuse me, as of
I
right
don't
now,
know.
they slice right through tanks like butter. You can't. The DPS is outrageous.
I don't really see people using it though. For triple mana cost, only getting double damage doesn't really seem worth it. When a lot of the direct damage builds, which are the most prevalent in PvP, are using like recastable gems. So they don't really care about, oh, I just got it 3 times in a row. When they're gonna get it 3 times in a row, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just DD in general is a losing battle because they're never gonna beat an archer one-on-one.
So you need an archer to beat a mage type character? Is that what I'm like understanding here?
A mage that does direct damage will not stand a chance against an archer. I don't think. It'd have to be
Oh,
super high end because of vengeance and they hit so hard, and then they could vamp. Yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah,
Well, and most archers can just switch to a staff and then like get all of the bonuses to staffs that you're getting for being a true DD caster. I
yeah.
more meant like because most DD casters are archers too. I don't think that's super relevant. What I was talking about more is because they use recastable direct damage spells more than they use single use, the double damage isn't going to be worth it because they can pay 3 times the cost to cast it 3 times, which is 3 times as much damage. It just takes longer.
Hmm. Well said.
And when you get to, like, you would know better than me, but the high end of PvP, you've got 40,000 plus health. There's no gems that are going to do double damage and then suddenly one-shot you.
At the end, it might. Everything's
What I
amplified from 3 to 4
Yeah,
minutes.
I think the people who suffer the most are people like me who are like, I want to play tank, but I don't have the epic player buffs. I don't have 8 full tempers on all my items. I'm only level 85. So, like, I'm already getting close to one shot by most gem casters if they really feel like it.
Oh yeah, I
So
mean,
then,
you
if
could.
they're using Priapism, I have no fucking chance.
Yeah, it's I mean, as of right now, we have the quiver, right? We have the priapism skill, and then
Yeah.
just talking about what's actually implemented, and the he altered the slice and dice, I think, to 140 epic.
It's an epic skill now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, new builds are coming. New builds are coming, and we have to ask ourselves what builds are viable. And will there be a legendary beast with another legendary drop? We don't know.
Well, I'm hoping there's gonna be something else extra, like a legendary beast or a different build. I'm hoping a build that might, maybe something that might force mages to get a little bit more out of their comfort zone. Um, because right now it just seems like they're so powerful that there's not really anything that can hold up to them other than maybe an archer is from what I've heard from you.
Well, the archers
Um,
are also casters usually.
Well,
well,
they
yeah,
run in the
but
same stats. I mean,
Exactly.
a caster, you're running INT CNC. Archer, you're thanks. I got a follow. I think thank or subscriber. Thank you.
yes, you got Galaxy Eater, one of our buddies.
Thanks, Galaxy. Thanks for joining us and shooting the shit. Do you play No Dietus? Is your buddies?
Uh, he doesn't play no dietist, but he is one of our buddies from a club that I run, and that I told him to stop by and ask. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, and if you do start playing Nodiatus, we will hook you up with gear all throughout the game.
yeah, it will be very
Um,
helpful. Very helpful.
so on the subject of new players, recently we did have an announcement from Glitch saying that he nerfed the grass sword a little bit. Now, I talked to my brother Butcher a little bit about this, and he said that sure, he nerfed the grass sword a little bit, but it's still definitively the best starting weapon. Is this correct in your eyes, Eric, or do you think it's a there might be room for some other gem to take it, or sorry, some other to take its place?
Well, it's a very good question. First of all, I haven't used the grass sword since it's been buffed. That being said, if it's just a little bit worse, I'd probably still go with it. But I think an archer setup low game is the way to go.
You think that'll be
Well,
the fastest way to get through the game is an archer setup?
I think so. I think
that's
so.
probably true for at least the mid game, but in the early game, you've got the zombie claw into what are the 24 epic claws called? Can you remember?
Blood claw
Because
or
it,
zombie claw.
yeah, blood claw. Zombie claw is like 14, and that's kind of why I was saying the grass sword is still definitively the best. Because if you only need to get to 24 for the blood claws, you can have
It's
arguably the
it's
best weapon,
it's the
and
other
then
way
if
around.
Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it.
Blood is 14, zombie is 28. Yeah, yeah, it's the other way around.
I'm having a hard time
Blood
reading
is
chat.
yeah. I'm over here reading chat. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
K
So
Trades.
I can't say that name. I'm going with a Beltronics. It
Oh,
says blood
Albatronics?
is Albatronics. Thank
Yeah,
you. Albatronics is
yeah.
Alb is blood is 14 and zombie is 28.
anyway,
So
my point of
yeah,
saying that is if you're not going, and maybe archery is better, but my understanding was the low level epic archery items weren't necessarily that good.
It's the
But if you're
skills you gotta
going with,
you level the skills up to 10 above what they should be. It kind of works out pretty good.
yeah, what I guess what I was trying to say was like at 14 slashing, you get the zombie claw, which is fucking insane for 14.
Yeah,
And
it's
then at level 28, you get the blood claw, so you can
way around.
transition immediately into whatever you want at 28 or whatever. And then you're pretty set for the whole game.
fuck
So
yeah.
like in my
Well,
Yeah. I mean,
well,
they're both really good ways, and that's good that Glitch has this way of, you know, it's not just one way to get there. Both your way and my way are both viable.
I would like to see some better scaling in the early game gyms so that casters then have such enough time like a much tougher time than melee users through the whole beginning of the game.
That'd be nice.
So I tried to make like an early game caster, and it's just big tough. The whole thing is just like oof.
Oh, I know it's rough.
Um,
You got to buy the gems, and I would not recommend caster as starting.
so Albie says, I know you're Eric B. Who are the others? So, my name is K Trades. I go by Tradius in Nodiatus, and we've got Butcher of Truth here with us. We're kind of newly capped, and we're in the guild with Eric, and he asked us if we wanted to join him on this stream, so we did.
Yeah, and thanks Albatronics for joining. Yeah. And if you don't know K Trades and Butcher, he's top notch player. Really been around a while. Thank you.
Well, if I've been around a while, then in the loyal clan or docks, we're in docks.
Yeah, and Outcast.
We're in docks and outcast. Yeah, outcast. Um, let's see. Okay, what about mid game? What's the best class to be for mid game? I'm so
Oh, that's
sorry.
definitely Archer. That's 100% Archer. But I'm sure Eric can elaborate.
I would say just mid game you're
I'm
gonna
in the
be
stream right now. Yeah.
you're gonna be developing. You're gonna be transitioning into your final build. So mid game might be a little slow, but as long as you keep up, excuse me, with taking your time with the mobs and keeping them 3-4 levels ahead of you and keeping that pace, and when things get hard, stop and grind and raise some skills, get your life up, make it easy again, and climb that ladder.
Yeah, my
Okay,
question would
so
be, with the new trophy change, do you feel that archery is like significantly better in the mid game because you only really need to put trophies into archery and you get such a big buff from changing your quiver, your arrow, and your bow that that's more worth it than if you were doing piercing, slashing, or crushing, you could only like upgrade your weapons at specific times. Like for piercing, you don't have anything super good until the flailing treble or the elkhorn thruster at 34. And
Yeah.
so then you've like Elkhorn Thruster 34, you've got Flailing Treble 48, and then you've got the level 64 daggers. Do you feel like archery has a better, like more smooth curve on epics through the mid game?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, looking at mid-tier epics for either class, um, I'd have to look at the levels of the epics for the archery, but it's something to totally consider. I would totally consider that if you're just going into it, especially if you can't get the trophies for the skills and you're relying on the weapons themselves. But that being said, I totally recommend eating as many trophies as you can and farming as much as you can.
Yeah,
so
I know that my goal was always to have the enemies be 5 full levels higher than I was and killing them within a minute and 15 seconds. So that was like, as long as I was doing those two things, I felt like I was making pretty good progress.
I think that's pretty good.
uh, so do you think that epic skill in beast mastery is worth leveling up when you still need to re-roll and do all your pilgrimages and stuff like that? I still can't say it. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with
Affinity?
affinity. I'm going with affinity, even though I know it's not affinity.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'm
To a point, it's gonna help you. Um, I would say level it as needed, and any extra experience that you put in it will just go towards your boon, but it's not something you want to focus on directly.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I put 10 points in it when I was like eating trophies when I first hit 85. I was like, 10 points in this is really costing me very little, and it's giving me a considerable more amount of health, like over 200 health.
Yeah. But you should get to a point where you vamp enough where you can hit auto attack and look away from the computer screen and not even.
Yeah, even where I'm at with regening more than I vamp, I'm totally fine.
Yeah, you're or regening, yeah. So that's what you want. You want quick battles without the possibility of dying. You want to eat those trophies. You want to get that resource in, something quick, either hunting, fishing, foraging, dusting, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
I would not recommend dusting. I'm doing dusting, and it does not seem worth it at all. It's like the low tier ones nobody even buys.
Yeah, I mean, no. Yeah, I would just up tier them.
Yeah, I've just been saving them. I don't know what to do with them yet, but I've got a bunch in my storage.
Up tier them.
Yeah, you gotta get an enchanting rod and
I have
up to
one.
those suckers.
My enchanting rod does not leave my side.
Yeah. I do fishing right now. I enjoy fishing. I've started mining a little bit. Thanks to Eric, I now know that I can get those up to 85 as long as I have up a higher tier collection, and I didn't know that. So I've been lazily being lazy on my collection. So
And that takes time. You master one resourcing skill and then you move on to the next, and you know.
so Albie says forging is the best resource.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I would agree.
is it? You would
Yeah.
agree? Why is that? I'm curious as to why you would think that. I mean, I don't forge. I've never forged, so I kind of need to know.
Well,
Yeah, a little bit of reverb back on the Twitch broadcast.
yeah.
Oh, that's why I have it muted.
How's my audio? Is it okay?
Your audio is clean for me.
Okay.
Um,
Thanks. But to answer your question, not only berries, it's easy, but it's needed for every weapon. If you want to make any weapon, you have to make a consumable design, which takes 6 dyes and 6 cloth, which is 1 dye per cloth. So it takes 24 berries to make a weapon.
Yeah, I'm looking at Nod Tools right now.
Okay, I gotta go, y'all.
All right, have a nice day. Yeah, I'm looking at Nod Tools right now, and yeah, I do see that you need you need a berry for like pretty much all of this stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
approximately 24 berries will give you 12 dyes, and that's what you need for any consumable design.
so we're talking. Are we talking strictly legendaries?
It's strictly legendary.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm used to dealing with, I guess. But yeah, and they sell probably what? What do you think, Albatronics? If he's on there, probably 400,000,
Yeah.
400, 380.
He says they're always. He says they're always in demand.
They are.
And that's what he said last.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
let's
400K. No.
If I look at resources and go to what I'm looking at, berries.
Probably what? Maybe a little bit less. Somebody wants to get rid of them, but you're looking about 400K.
400K normally, but the market has crashed, he says.
In which direction?
Well, I'm trying to find it right now, but is it vegetables?
Vegetables used to be like 1.6. I sold mine for 1.2.
1.2.
Yeah, they used to be 1.
Good lord.
They used to be freaking expensive. And I think more people said, you know what? I'm not paying that price for gardening, so I'm just gonna garden myself, and that's what I said. I'm sure other people said that. So what happened? The supply went up, so the prices went down.
So Albie says it's at 330K at the moment, and it's down. I'm not paying 3 million for oil. Yeah, dude,
No.
it does sound like oil is pretty high demand right now. I
Well,
mean, I'm looking right now at an oil. It's only tier 29 and it's 1.3 million.
yeah, because it's two
That's
veggies.
insane.
It's two veggies and a fish.
Well, I have fish for days.
Any
I'm not
tier
worried
fish.
about fishing. I need to start getting veggies, but I hear that it's annoying to get vegetables.
Yeah, it is. Albatronics, if you need a leather, I found one town walking. Sell to you fucking cheap.
See, I'm sorry, but a matching game sounds pretty interesting to me,
And
to be
imagine,
honest.
it's not interesting. It's hell on earth. That's, don't lie to them, Albatronics. Tell them it's garbage. Dude.
Yeah.
Tell
No,
him.
no, he says
What's he saying? What's he saying though?
he's been saying garbage suck. Sorry, gardening sucks. It's a matching game, and then I said matching game sounds interesting. He said, yeah, sure. Um,
Fuck that.
but it has a cooldown like 1 second per tile. I'm sorry, dude. I want to give this a try. What do I have to buy? Is it in
Oh god,
Stronghead?
a shovel. That's why
A
it's a shovel,
shovel?
so you could fucking bury your own grave after. Once I capped it, dude, I was done, and I did it 2 characters at once.
Oof, dude.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm
Oh,
sour.
well, I'm gonna give it a shot, cause why not? I mean, I'm over here town walking, literally getting my time worn boots up. A
Just
shovel.
while you do that, I just want to ask you all a question. That's not no
Okay.
Dietis related, really. Would you guys, with your bare hands, would you rather fight a big ass, like 160-pound cat, or a polar bear? What would you
Okay.
choose?
Um, I think a cat. I think the cat. I'd probably die, but I would. I do not want to get crushed by a polar bear. Screw that.
A cat?
Albie says cat. Albie says cat as
A
well.
cat, guys? They're fucking so quick. Like, ta 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 ta.
They're quick, but the thing is, like
You don't have a chance.
a polar bear would be scary to me, like more scary than a cat
I go
would
with the
be.
polar bear, dude. That fucker's gotta be slow.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's slow, right? I mean, you could probably duck, but a cat, dude? No, I'm not fucking with no cat.
So how long have you been playing this game, Albie?
I bet 8 years, 9 years.
8 years, 9 years. Dude, I picked this game up like last year, and I've played it every day for like 6 or 7 hours. I love this game for like no reason.
There is a
It's
reason.
what do you think it is that draws people into this niche game? Because we all know that the early game gameplay is trash. Okay. Especially now with the trophy change. His account was created September 13th, 20, 2008.
Yeah, that's like before the game. That's like, he's day one, man. I told you he's been around
That's
forever.
that's A1
Day
day
one.
one, bro. Let's looking at Glitchless LLC. Let's see when this opens. When no diet has dropped. I think it was, yeah. So
I know. I got an oh
Nodiatus,
09 number.
eh, Nodiatus dropped officially on Sunday, July 6, 2008.
Oh shit.
That's insane. I'm so jealous. I probably would have hated this game back in the day, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, I
Because
don't
I
know.
was so young. I was so young back then, though.
How old are
I
you?
had no. I'm
Disclaimer.
25. I'm
Mm,
25 right now. Um,
that's what's up.
yeah, it's definitely like I want this game to succeed so much. It's I don't think I've seen any other game that has the amount of control that you have over your character than this game is. Sure, the movement can be sort of slow if you're not playing on a computer. Like I started playing on an iPad and the movement was so slow. But when I got to needing to town walk and stuff to get my adventuring up, I just had to go to the computer because like it just makes it so much faster.
Yeah. Yeah. You want a town walk on PC?
No, don't even try town walking on like mobile. Don't even try it.
I mean, maybe if you have a nice tablet, like a really nice tablet with a pen or something, where you could just go pop, 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 pop.
Uh,
But I don't
yeah.
recommend it. I don't recommend it because you can just hold the arrow key down, right? I mean,
Well, on a CPU, yeah, you can just hold the arrow key down. But if you're trying to, you can't hold the arrow key down on iPad and stuff because if you're holding it down when you're playing on a mobile device or a touch screen, it thinks that that's a right click. When you hold it down, it thinks it's a right click. Okay, so you can't hold it down because it thinks you're right clicking on the arrow key.
I see. So it doesn't
Um,
really work out that good.
yeah. So Abletronic says just bought 32 million T5 armor sleeve. Freaking hype. Good for you. What armor sleeves you get there, bud?
I wonder if it's morphed. Must be straight up.
I didn't say he didn't say if it was morphed.
It doesn't
He
make
did
much.
send the let's see. He
I guess
did
it wouldn't make much of a
it was a
difference.
Raiden. It was a Raiden, but I turned it into a Dragon Tamer.
Yeah. Sweet. And you know, anything at like tier 6, I mean, you only got like 2 tiers to go at that point. It's like whatever. What's
Let's
another
see.
essence? Because I had to do that at
I'm
tier 5. Like,
dang. Yeah, I don't know if I would do it at tier 5.
I did. I went dragon.
Die press gardening shovel. Here it is.
To go tier 9, like, from tier 1 is a lot. I think that's why a lot of people just stop, like, in the middle. But the middle's not enough to win the big ones. So you need to, I mean, you need tokens, you need everything tier 8. A tier 5 suit with tier 8 tokens, tempers, you're gonna get pretty far. You're gonna make it pretty far. Hell, I went one whole arena season. I think I had the most losses for the year. And I knew that.
Uh,
I knew that.
So
I was in it for the
Albatronic
tokens, you know? Go ahead.
Albatronic says people recommended tier 5 for just for just farming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do when I get paid. I'm gonna do tier 5 leg. I need to get the rest of my, legendary equipment unmorphed, but
I need to get
tier
you
5 leg.
I need to get you in a better clan.
Oh, you
What's
don't like
your
Outcast?
well, do they have all the runes? Or is
They have some important runes.
I'm not
They're
familiar with Outcast. Are they is that a rune for newer beginner players? Are they
Yeah. They like to invite people who are brand new to the
okay?
game to their club.
Okay.
And that's really why they have like the Rune of Invention T5 plus plus plus, Rune of the Wise T5 plus plus plus,
Yeah.
Ironclad. They have a lot of the runes. Vampiric Rune,
Oh,
plus
that's
plus.
fine.
Yeah, Assurance plus plus plus. And they are missing Pain, which I'm upset about, but
They got
hey, what are you gonna
melee.
do?
Well, what's your Archy rune lodge? All Archy, whatever. What?
My Arcarunology is at let's see. 51 right now.
So
And I've been town walking my boots,
you trying to
but
you get that? What's the next one you can put a rune on? 80. If I give you another rune.
let's see. Let me try to add another rune.
See what it says.
Yeah. Oh, I can only access it when I'm in town. Of
Oh,
course. Of
oh.
course.
You know when you can.
Thanks.
When you can.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I think it might be it because there's two more to go. So you would think that they would have, those last two at um different, like maybe 80 and 100. I guess 80 and 100 would make a little bit of sense, but I'm at 50, so I'd think it'd be like 70 and then 80. Or no, that doesn't make any sense. 70 and then probably 100.
I think
I
he,
don't know. I'll
I
have to look it up.
I think he said 60 in chat
Oh,
for
did
something.
he?
60 for something.
Um, yeah, I think it's 60 is the next slot, and then 80 is what he's saying.
That's pretty good.
That
Well,
is
yeah,
pretty good.
you can get to 80 without any extreme difficulty. That's for sure.
Yeah, that doesn't sound. Yeah, I mean, like I have to town walk for like 3 days straight now because I have 2 hours of rested time left. But yeah, um, it
But
shouldn't be too bad.
yeah, so I just wanted to make sure we covered the things we wanted to cover. The new items we went over. We went over the quiver. We hit the skills.
I mean, we hit Overburn. We didn't really hit any of these
Priapism.
other skills. Priapism, yeah, that was added. Let's see if I can find it. The skills again.
So
I went too far.
let's analyze the last two for these people.
Yeah, analyze the last two for these people. Okay, so we've got Menagerie Memory.
Okay.
When maxed, this skill makes it so if you switch to a suit and your HP, mana, and energy is capped due to a lower max, when you switch suits again, you will have your previous HP, mana, and energy amount restored, so long as it was still at 100%. Only partial restoration will occur if the skill is not maxed. So it seems like if you're switching suits often and you like lose the health, it'll keep the health stored, which kind of makes no sense to me.
I think what they're
But I guess
saying
there's
is, like, if say you switch a suit and take no damage, and it lowers your health,
yeah, that's
and
what it's saying.
and then
That's what it's
you
saying.
switch your suit, your health goes down, and you don't take any damage because say someone's tanking or something, and
Mm-hmm.
and then you switch back to your previous suit where your HP was higher, it would restore your HP back to its original amount. But any damage taken during the time you switched will be forfeited in a way. So if you switched back, it would deduct the damage that you've taken from your max HP.
Okay, that one seems a little bit
Wacky.
niche in my opinion. Niche in a game full of niches.
Yeah, I don't see the point to it, except for
Me neither.
someone. It would only apply in 3v3.
PvE. It
Or
would, well, yeah, it would only apply in 3v3, but you can't switch your get up in the middle of a arena battle.
you
You
can.
can't switch you can?
Yeah, you totally can. You can switch suits.
Okay, well then I've messed up so much.
But there's a delay.
Um,
They give you like a. There's a. I don't know, Albatronics. It's like a.
oh, you
Not.
can't switch before the cooldown. Okay,
That's right.
that's what.
Yeah.
But
During the
during the
battle.
battle, you
Yeah.
can switch suits.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
See, these are things that me as a newly capped player don't know because I've only been in the arena for the last month.
Well, I'm
Okay,
glad
that's what.
that's why we're doing this video. That's exactly. Did your friend show up? Did he have any questions, or is he busy?
No, he's busy. He just messaged me. He said his mom just came down with something, so they got to go to the hospital.
Oh, jeez. My
Yeah.
regards. But what's that?
Um.
Albatronics from a staff.
So yeah. So um. During battle, 5 seconds for normal switch, 15 seconds if you switch away from a shield, and a longer stun if switching away from a staff. Okay. But going back to this last ability, I think this is gonna really be helpful for tank builds. Um, it's called camaraderies. When this skill is maxed and you are using a shield for the entirety of a fight, you will cause your teammates to recover up to 60% of their max HP, mana, and energy every time your team kills a creature. This is scaled down by fight length. So 2-minute kills get full amount, but a 30-second kill will yield you 1/4 of the normal amount. Player kills yield only mana and energy at 1/2 of the normal amount. Without the shield, this works at only 1/4 of the normal amount.
I,
If this skill is trained, you will do up to 25% less damage with DDs and DOTs when you have a shield equipped. Okay,
there's
that's
something I
it.
noticed right off the bat was the PvE side of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill a monster in PvE, the battle's over.
Yeah,
So
this
what?
is true.
So what's this comment? You have multiple mobs?
Yeah, it looks like if you have multiple mobs and you're with multiple people, it looks like they are it would help you
What, in the next battle?
fix the next battle, yeah.
It doesn't really say
It
that
would
though.
yeah.
What's
I'm trying to figure it out, see if I read something wrong possibly. Um
just the beginning of it?
when this skill is maxed and you're using a shield for the entirety of the fight, you will cause your teammates to recover 60% of their stuff every time you kill a creature. That's the beginning. So that's
Yeah.
like a creature, regular creature.
Every time you kill a creature?
Yeah, every time you kill a creature, as long as it took 2 minutes, you'll get your teammates will get 60% of their max HP, mana, and energy back,
Oh, okay.
depending
So
on the length.
I
Yeah,
understand.
that's basically what it says.
So
That's
they're just
basically
gonna
what
be
it is.
healed after battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's trained, if this skill is trained and you have a shield equipped, that's gonna make your direct damage and DOTs really hurt by 25%. That kind of sucks, man.
Yeah, and then it has implements for PvP. So if you, I mean, at that point, anyways, if once one person goes down in a PvP match, it's kind of, you can see which way it's headed. It's not necessarily gonna go that way, but this will
Okay,
just solidify that.
where is an easy place to garden? If I wanted to garden, where could I go?
I would just garden wherever you farm. Wherever you, on your way to, you're gonna be farming different spots. I would just farm when you, garden when you can.
Oh,
If
it just keeps telling me I'm not in suitable terrain to garden.
yeah, just keep on farming, go to the next spot. So each location, you can only do certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
figure it out. I'll figure
yeah.
it out. Right now, I'm town walking up in T4 and T5, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much.
Yeah, except for dusting, you can dust anywhere.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to fish on watery places. You have to mine on mountainous places. So I get it. I get it. I gotta find a real green patch of land, probably close to T3.
Sorry, one second. Yeah, I mean,
No,
you just gotta find, you know, let's try the next area.
I'll find it. I ain't worried about it too much. Let's see if I can think of any. So, all right. So, how come? Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? I'm so sorry. I lost my train of thought.
Oh, go ahead.
What do you think the hardest boss is? Obviously the later game bosses, but I'm talking like early game. Like, what's the boss that you think really solidifies this? Okay, this is the transition between early game and mid game.
Early game and mid game?
Yeah, okay, so this is the transition from early game to mid game, is what I'm saying. Like, what boss really solidifies? Okay, you're in mid game now.
Probably somewhere like Dravina C or something like that, or like a level 60.
Level 60.
Level 50 elite boss, perhaps, in that range.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, once you've made it to that far, you're pretty much on your way. You're on your way, and I would say the transition from mid game to end game, or high game, would be somewhere around getting out of Dead Man's Valley and Goblin Swamp and transitioning to Fair. And once you can travel through Fungi Forest and Redwood Forest without having to worry to die at all, you're more worried about a long battle than dying, you're there.
Does sound like, yeah, I can't even travel through far without being like, oh crap, I have to fight something. That's kind of how I am. Like, I have to run away from battles. At least I can run away from the fungus battles, but I have to run.
Exactly. So remember when Glitch opened Fair? That's funny. I opened my phone. I feared Fungi Forest, Albatronic said. Yeah, me too. Me too, man. I still fear it. I fear I'm gonna get in a battle every time I walk the Fair.
So late game, very late game. What are you fearing? What kind of things do you fear in the like the latest possible game? Obviously the final boss, but like I'm talking a regular mob.
Not much really. I like to test my limits. Right now I'm holding out mobs. I'm fighting mobs level 119 at the Forest of No Return next to Drake, and gating back to town 2 to eat him. I like that. But I like to push my limits. But I don't want to make it. I don't want farming to be inefficient. but once in a while,
Hmm.
you know what I mean. I
I
want.
get that. I get that.
I think the Forest of No Return is probably the most efficient. You get so
Well,
many fucking trophies, dude. You get so many trophies. It's stupid.
yeah, I'm jealous of the amount of trophies that you get because like
And
now
2 minute
granted
battles.
I grinded the boss, which I know is probably not as efficient as I could be,
You want to be
but
eating those trophies, bro.
I buy trophies. I buy a bunch of trophies.
Fair enough. I mean, you
I
it
just
it's the same shit really because you're making more money off the boss, right?
yeah, well yeah, you make more money off the boss
So you're just
and you get
buying
more
trophies.
experience. And I'm
Yeah.
just buying trophies, yeah.
See,
Um
it all evens out.
yeah. So what when did Nod tools come into existence? Do you remember when that kind of dropped?
I know that Dayer made it maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, and that
Um
I just gotta say this: you're still farming North Lake for resource attempts. Smart.
for more resource attempts. Okay.
Maybe Albatronics knows when Dayer made his website. Not 100% sure, but I totally understand the resource.
Yeah, how important is that resource to like
Real
to
important.
you as an old player and to new players even like
See,
to me it took me about until level 50 before I really understood how to use nod tools, to be honest. Um, so it's just like, is there any tips that you can give to early players who don't quite know how to use it? Like navigation wise, I didn't know there was a search bar for the longest time. Like I didn't know I could go and search um the name of what I was looking for and then get the recipe and
yeah. I mean, there's
I didn't
every.
know that. There, yeah, no, it has everything. I mean, it doesn't have like the newer stuff that he just dropped, but it does have a lot of new, a lot of stuff that you can use.
Yeah, I use it for a lot of stuff, mainly recipes and epic tasking. It's a godsend for epic tasking. I tell you that.
What? Wait, why? What is the big
Because
helpfulness with that?
because it narrows you down to where you gotta go. Like you start an epic task on town 2, you hit the track button and it says what you seek is east. So you gotta go east. That's all it says. And when you go to his website and you put that information in, it'll give you coordinates to go to. And then you'll search again there and it'll say, for instance, you gotta head west now. So you go back to where you came. So you know it's in between there, and his coordinates are by the square, and it narrows it down to where it should be, and it's so helpful.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what I mean, Albatronics.
What?
Um, I think you probably did a lot of epic tasking in your day. Do you use Noditis tools for epic tasking? Because if you don't, I recommend it. I totally recommend it, dude. It's awesome. I mean,
Sorry about that.
oh, you're good. We're just talking about Noditis tools still. Yeah, you have to. be level 85 and complete your first pilgrimage to do epic tasking. So, just wanted to throw that
Yeah,
out
I
there.
need to complete my first pilgrimage, but I'm waiting to hit. You said I should hit 50 billion experience before I re-roll and then finish my re-roll and go on a pilgrimage, right?
Well, I was thinking about that last night, and if you're just gonna re-roll and just straight pilly, are you gonna straight pilly to 90?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna pilgrimage all the way to 90, yeah.
And then you're gonna re-roll then. That
Yeah, to get the legendary class,
yeah.
Berserker.
So I would say after you hit level 90, build your experience up. So I would go into it about 30 bill. That should be enough.
30 billion?
Yeah, just enough experience to level any viable skill that applies to your build.
Okay, so here's the biggest question. Now we know that we have the PvE kind of figured out at this point. But when it comes to PvP, what is what is the best tip that you can give to a newer player who's trying to learn how to do arena battles? Um,
My
like
well, my best advice is just to do as many battles as you can. Take your losses, get the tokens, get that tier 5 gear, tier 8 it, and that's my best advice to get to get
Yeah,
to,
that seems like it's gonna be difficult if you morph it. If you morph it at T5, okay, then you have to morph the things again to get it back to T5 and get it to T6. Is that kind of correct?
it's correct, but it's not that bad.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds terrible. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. It sounds horrendous.
Not really, because say you got a tier 5 Dragon Tamer sleeve, right? And
Okay.
you wanna make it tier 9. So all you gotta do is buy, a bunch of tier 1 arms, tier 1 sleeves again. Get it up to tier 5. Morph it the Dragon Tamer. It's only 3 million probably to do that. And
Oh.
it's the cost of one arm. So and then you morph it, and then you got a tier 6. So all your money's still going towards buying of arms. So it's just an extra 3 million on that.
Yeah, uh, I'm gonna just work on my leg, one leg and one arm first. That's what I'm gonna work on
Yeah,
first.
that's a good
And
idea.
then the last thing I'm gonna morph over is that Demon Skull. Have you seen the price of Demon Skull armor essence lately?
What is it, 20 mil again?
No, I think it's like 15 mil. I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, Demon Skull, the cheapest one. Okay, the cheapest one is 13 million right now. And
That
it's just one.
13 million.
That's Yeah, 13 million.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of these like the Helm Ram is 1 million. You
Oh
got the
yeah.
Samurai 1.2 million.
All
You
the
know,
all the rest are 2, 3.
twos, threes, well there's not even a three in here. It's just like two, two and a half, you know. And then bam, the Demon Skull stuff is like 13 million because everybody needs it. I think I think having more options for melee classes would be nice
Yeah.
because as it stands you've got the Beastmaster build which is a little OP in my opinion. I'm sorry, but like the Demon Stalk or sorry, the Dream Stalker pets are insanely broken. I think they use a small tweak. Nothing major, you know.
Yeah,
but
they
let's see
go
what
good
they
with a lot
actually
of
do.
builds. They go good with archers. They go good with Beastmaster, and they have a lot of applications. Just like arrows have all the different legendary arrows and quivers. You can switch out if you're an archer for different applications or scenarios. Same with Beastmaster. You can switch your pets over. Um, a good
Oh,
example a good example of that would be someone who regens health. You can put soul devourers on, and they hit harder for people with excess regen. So
okay, that's good to know. Here's the good question. Here's a good question for a new player. Okay, say I just started out. Okay, what learning skill do you think I should focus on? Do you think I should focus on my active acceleration, my passive advancement? You know, which one do you think I should focus on the most when I'm new?
is Runeology on there? That's
Uh,
that's
that's
adventuring.
that's a that's adventuring. I'm talking about learning skills. And you'd only have really like active, passive, rush, rollover, group, advanced, and extended study until about 20.
I would do them all evenly on
And you
tens.
do them all straight up evenly to get them all to 10.
Yeah, and then 20, 30.
That's crazy. I focus the most on I passive advancement at first and active acceleration. Um, just because like I actually kind of did this wrong. Um, I did this wrong, and I didn't put enough into advanced learning
Yep.
at first, which kind of sucks for me because now I'm not getting enough learning experience. Um,
Well,
but
just
yeah,
keep at
yeah.
it.
So
Try and even them out to your. Just even them out. That's my best advice. That way
yeah,
you're not
I'm not
really missing
pretty
anything.
much. I'm at about 50 with most of my skills, so I'm happy. I'm happy with where I'm at. Reworking because I was talking earlier with Eric over here. And I he told me to rework my melee and defense stats to get them back both up to 40. And reworking stats is a bitch and a half, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you pretty much. It's like you want to get rid of anything you don't need.
Yeah.
Yep. So melee, you want 50 intelligence. You want like the very least.
Yeah, yeah, I'm dumb. I have 50 intelligence. Or actually, I have 90 intelligence right now.
Yeah, that's good though,
So
because when you start, you need that for enchanting your archery set. You're gonna be minus INT.
yeah, yeah, we definitely
The
um
skills, stat enhancement and stat mitigation are extremely valuable.
yeah, I accidentally I got a one of my armor pieces dropped one of my skills below 50, and I didn't realize that I couldn't move or do anything when my skill was below 50. So I had to like take off my armor. I had to like take off my armor and then work up my mitigated penalties just so I could wear my armor again.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So you want to try and get those skills up to 100, so it's 50% deduction. So if it's minus 20 INT, it's only going to take away 10, and that's going to allow you to enchant fully enchant your legendary armor. So, and then
So Butcher says advanced learning, perception, rotating with advanced learning or active learning um is probably how he would do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible at all. I mean, advanced advanced learning and perception. Yeah, I mean, I actually did that too. I guess I lied. I learned passively under learning the skills that make learning faster first. That made sense to me.
Mm.
That made
It
sense.
does make sense. It does make sense. It does make sense. Um, what's the what is the easiest epic beast? I'm curious to see what you thought the easiest epic beast was.
Epic Beast?
Yeah, yeah. The when you get through your first pilgrimage, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try out epic beast farming. Um, so what was the easiest one to kill in your opinion so far?
Probably the last one.
The last one.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's probably because you're so high level nowadays that you're like, man, they're all easy to me. You know, I tried to duel him and I lost super hard. It was like not even close.
Well, I mean, to be expected, right?
Oh yeah.
There's
I have Oh, hey, my health went up by 100. Oh, it's because I fought the freaking epic beast.
yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, for
Ev-
realizing that.
Every point counts. Every point counts in this game. Every stat point.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
It's like
Man, okay.
You ever watch Apollo 13?
No, I've not. I could watch it. I watch a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of movies.
You gotta watch that. To be continued.
Uh, to be continued.
Until you watch it. But yeah, I mean, just you really you want to be efficient. Um,
I mean,
any stat that doesn't apply to you, you want at 50. You want your PST and your MST as a melee fighter probably very low and rely on MRE and PRE.
MRE and PRE.
Yeah, which is regression for those for your health and energy.
That's what I've really been leaning on, and that's also kind of what I'm worried about is um when I do I'll have to lower my recovery to get my defense up. So I'm worried about my MRE and PRE dropping below the 200s that they have, because it's really nice. Like I am leaning heavily on, I have my mana theft, which I might actually get rid of, and
I mean,
and
your build's pretty much the same as mine, except for I'm using whips instead of hammers. So, like my stats are melee and defense are 140. Magic is 9, and recovery is 61 or 71 or something like that. And that allows you them 71 points in recovery will allow you to get your MRE, PRE up to where it needs to be to support any gem that you might use. So you don't necessarily need 1,000 mana or 1,000 energy.
I had
100 will
600.
do. Uh, yeah, 100 will do.
Yeah, I have 105 magic right now, but I used to have 600 and like 70 because like I didn't know. I thought the max was 100. I didn't
Yeah,
know that the max was 140. So I was sitting there just straight up like set. I had 170, 170. That's what I had.
yeah, that's a little high. As a melee, that's super high. You wanna
Yeah.
you wanna be able to cast a gem, which you can at 109 PST MST. You just want to recover it quickly. Um, so you're looking at about 250 MRE 250 PRE with the euphoric rune on. That will you'll be set. You'll be set as a melee build.
Yeah, I'll have to get the euphoric rune. I'll have to write all of this down, honestly,
You don't need to write it
because
down. I got this shit memorized.
that's insane to
You
me. Like,
It sucks putting a euphoric rune in because obviously you want something that's DPS oriented. But if you can't use your gems, that's gonna affect your DPS dramatically. So you need euphoric.
yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
run your gems.
I've been noticing, especially like I mean, I mainly build around PvE, okay? Um, but I've been noticing that when I'm fighting the boss and they apocalypse me, I'm having a lot of trouble doing vast amounts of damage. Like I can do some damage, but I'm having
Yeah.
a lot of troubles really speeding up my attack.
Well, it's because you lost your melee haste and stuff.
Yeah, my melee haste and my sharpened steel, that
No,
sort of stuff.
try and just save your shatters for apox, and if you do get apoc, just there's nothing you can do. Just try and redraw your gems the best you can. Oh, you fighting
Yeah.
heroic?
Oh hell, no. Mostly because I think isn't heroic like the things have like 1,000 more health or something. I'm not entirely sure,
I don't remember
but
regular bosses having apox.
yeah, regular bosses have apox.
I forget that.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta
yeah.
take the punch on it. There's not much you can do unless you shatter it every time, and you're looking at 2 minute shatters, so it's not gonna happen every time.
I got my shadows 5 minutes. I haven't pushed it up to 2 minutes just yet. Mostly because like I consider it I mean it is a nice skill to have, but I would say it's teetering on the edge of not necessary.
Well, it's not a priority for you right now.
No. I have my like gym handling is up to 85. That was a priority for me.
Yeah, drawing
Um,
gems fast is OP. That depth
I have
tonality,
a couple like gym redraw gems in my bag.
yep, yep, they help a
Um,
lot. That helps a lot. But
is there any like catch-all gem that a beginning player could put in their bag to help them through the
definitely,
beginning?
yeah, absolutely. Sloth,
Sloth?
sloth, man. It's a purple gem. It's actually purple. I think it's blue, maybe gray, maybe black. I don't know the color, but it's called the Aurora of Sloth, and it slows their
Yeah.
melee and draw gems, and that helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a tier 5 right here that I haven't quite got I need to level up my magic for it. But basically it says it slows all your enemy gem draw melee range per second by 15%. Jeez. So it basically gives them a makes them attack 15% slower.
Yeah, it's huge, right?
That is huge.
Yeah, so you put
That is
four of them,
huge.
put four of them in your pouch. And there's another one too, Aurora of Lethargy. But I think that's just for gem draws.
Lethargy. Let's see. I have it. I picked it up too. Nope. It slows your enemy's melee range by 15. It's basically the same, but it doesn't hit the gem draws.
Days. Yeah, so
Um,
put some of them
uh,
in, put some anti-daze, anti-stun, anti-mesmerize, and you know.
let's see. So Abletronic says Days, Mez, Stun, Immune Gems would be nice. Yeah, I agree. And then Hammer says Days is so annoying. I kind of agree,
Yeah, it is.
but the thing is, once you get to like 80, 85, you get the superior cleansing skill. And to me, the superior cleansing skill was just a really nice way of saying, hey, now you don't really have to worry about, oh, I can either use one or the other, my class ability or the cleanse. Now you can like, oh, I can risk cleansing, you know. It's just nice because like you can cleanse without losing your class ability now. Like it's not
That's huge.
100%, but it is huge.
Yeah, especially it's almost embarrassing in the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is though. It's huge, especially high end. Even in PvE, you're relying on using your super, and then boom, you cleanse by accident, and it's gone. It's like what the hell?
Oops. I accidentally just hit. I rebound mine to Z because I barely hit Z. But like in battle, there was times where I was like, oh, I want to chat, and I hit C and I cleansed. I was like,
Oh,
no.
yeah, yeah, I could see that happening too, and it's just one of those things. Like it's just like being dazed. It's so annoying, especially if you're direct damage or something like that, and you just or you know crit yourself like 3 times real quick, and yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I was gonna
Oh,
say,
oh.
if you have any other like empty slots, you're not sure what gem slots what to put in some of those discouraged gems that were just buffed, the blue ones, entangled attacker, and those.
I, I, I'll have to look that up. You said blue gems?
Yeah.
Also, congratulations to Albatronic who got 12 T30 berries.
Oh fuck
Kind
yeah.
of jealous.
No shit, dude.
Wow. So you said it was a blue gem? It got
Uh,
a buff?
it's blue, gray, or gray. You'd have to look it up on Nod Tools if you get a chance. It's called Tangled Attacker, and they sell them at Drake next to the Forest of No Return, I believe.
Oh, it's not in blue gems, so maybe it's in gray
Go,
gems.
go to Towns and be quicker.
Downs would be quicker.
Yeah,
Okay.
go to Drake. I'm pretty sure it's in Drake.
Oh yeah, like I can just go to Drake. Bro, I'm not in game, man. I
No, like
can't even I
it's on Nod Tools, I think.
okay, okay. I see
Yeah,
what you
no,
mean.
yeah, like Towns under Towns or something like that.
All right, okay. I'll go under towns. I was trying to look at uh
There's just so many gems.
yeah, there's so many gems, but let's see. I'm sorry. I see I'm still learning how to navigate node tools. That's how green I am to this thing. Um database guides. Nope, can't find it. I'll look for it later. It's
Yeah, but
fine.
that's what it is. These gems were buffed recently. They take very little MP or energy to execute, and what they do is when the enemy attacks you, you can prevent it if the gem's up.
Mm. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Especially with this auto draw.
I'll probably have to pick some of that up
You know what I did
because
actually?
like
You know what I did? I
no,
have
what'd you do?
so you can hold 6 gems in play, right?
Right.
So I took my pouch and I took 3 gems: Pet Haste, Rabbit Aurora, and Unflappable, and I put them on to start with. And all the rest are Tangled Attacker, or there's another one, I forget the name, but it prevents them casting spells on you. It just prevents any detrimental gem. So,
Dude, that's so nice.
yeah. And I think that they might come into play this season because they were buffed.
Oh, dude, so I gotta tell you, I live on an army base, right? And something happened to one of our pipes, and like a pipe burst in our heater, and so now like we're sitting down there, and like they have to have fans blowing on our drywall. It's insane. I'm sorry. I just have to say that because I'm about to go pick up food that's downstairs, and I that's why I can't bring you with me.
That's all right. How long?
Um,
Can you tell how long we've been on air?
we've been on air about an hour and 14 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll wrap it up then. I
Oh,
want to.
we don't have to wrap it up. I can eat and talk at the same time.
No, I wanted to keep it
I
short.
mean, not like,
No, it's
all
cool.
right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
No, it's cool.
Well, I mean, I appreciate the 6 people who came to watch and to listen, and you know, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to message me on Nod. You can also find me in Discord on K Trades, and
Absolutely.
you know,
Big shout out
just
to K Trades and Butcher. They've been so helpful.
we're trying to grow this channel, so please tell your friends. You know, um,
Yeah,
we want Eric to make the most money possible
and
for his for his no dietist addiction.
yeah. And if anybody has any questions about the game or you just want to talk shit and join in, you can join us on Discord and hop in. And if we know the answer, we'll give it to you straight.
Yeah, no BS. None of that uncivil bull crap in here
Yeah, and if we don't know, we'll look it up because we can do that now.
with the magic of the internet.
Yeah, so we all know everything. No, it's been a lot of fun just chilling and shooting the shit and cool people and interesting
Yeah.
people make good content.
Well, I mean, I'm glad to learn a little bit about, farming, and we talked about the new stuff that came out.
Yeah,
I think we did a good job of maybe helping newer players kind of understand what to look for, what to go for. So
yeah,
hopefully in the future there will be more new players um, that we can help. Um,
yeah, and I'm all about that. And and these items and stuff, all this new stuff we talked about tonight is viable to change. And we'll keep up on that. Maybe we can do this once a week
yeah, I'm down.
and
I ain't got
just
nothing to do on Wednesdays,
yeah.
so
It'd be nice if someone just starting the game watch, the stream and listen to us. They'd probably learn a lot. They'd be like, "Oh damn, I didn't know that."
yeah, like you told me about the archery. The archery.
Oh
That
yeah.
was a mind-blowing revelation to me.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Absolutely blew my no.
Yeah. Just to alliterate for the people that he didn't know that being a melee fighter, he could have archery stuff on. And once he knew that, obviously that boosts your game. You got all these extra stat points. It's just a perfect example.
Yeah, it's a great thing to know that, I'm losing because I don't have the knowledge. Like
Knowledge.
that's literally all I'm lacking is the knowledge.
Well, you know, we're all here to help each other, and the community of No Dietis is great. Absolutely, 100%. Especially the older
Uh,
players, they're so helpful.
Albie says I have the lava vein quiver for the extra strength stats for my Beastmaster build.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yep, yep. I'm jealous. I mean, I have to work my black magic up to 100 and my archery up to 100
I
because
expect that.
those, yeah, it shouldn't take me too long.
Oh, I expect them to be done tonight.
Ha! You're funny. No, I don't have the money for that right now. I have 2 hours of rested time and 100K.
Cash?
Yeah, 100K cash.
Oh, you'll be fine. Oh my god, that's too funny.
Yeah, I've played this game too much.
You ain't kidding. It's the perfect game to play like after work. You got double Excel. You can do all your rest of the time in 1 hour. You know that
Yeah, yeah.
it enables you to play. If you got 2 hours of downtime at night, you can obviously play two characters or just grind one. I recommend just doing one at a time.
There's a lot of people out there who like to multi-box, which you can never hate on multi-boxing people, but I feel like this is a game where you like sit and relax, maybe watch a stream while you're playing, and when you multi-box, you kind of have to pay full attention. And now with the change that Glitch has made to where grouping with somebody not at your level or lower than your level gives you less experience. It kind of punishes you for playing with three people, which is sad because I wanted to play with my brother, and it's just like I just grinded with him after we killed the epic beast, and I got a full million less experience, and we're like one level off from each other, and I got
Yeah.
a full million less experience,
So what he's
and
doing
I
is
don't.
he's splitting the experience between you guys
Yeah, well,
on
I don't
damage,
think
based
he's.
on damage.
Yeah, I think it might be based on damage because I got 1.6. Now I also have a potion of knowledge on, so I let's round down to 1.4. Um, and he got 5 million. Now he only has regular Excel, so it's not
Yeah.
as much. So
That
I'm
makes a
sure it is
difference.
something like that. Albatronics says I had 7K gold when I bought a tier 5 sleeve. After some farming, I'm back up to 500K gold. What? How'd you get a tier 5 sleeve if you only had 7K gold? I mean, I guess you could have.
How much did you pay for
I
that
don't know.
tier 5 sleeve out, Albatronics?
Yeah,
That must have been
yeah.
what? At least 50 mil. At least. I think
No, no.
I think we're confused.
Oh, he had 7K gold left over. It was.
Oh,
Yeah, he had said that. He had said that previously in the chat.
I see.
Um,
It was 32 mil. Yeah. Sounds
yeah,
about that's
32 mil.
that seems discounted. That's good. That seems good. I'm not running numbers, but it seems good. Yeah, I can't
All
run
right.
the numbers. But yeah, it seems like a good price.
Okay, so we talked about tanks, we talked about archery, um we talked about, crushing builds. We talked about Beastmasters at Tad. My question is, do you think there's still sort of like an undiscovered class?
No. I think the next
No.
I think the next meta is going to be some sort of dot overburn type deal. But we're going into 3v3 pre-made, so tanks are going to naturally do good because
I am not looking forward to that.
you're going to want to when you get into a match, you're going to hope there's a tank and a healer and your
Yeah,
DPS.
well,
But
if you're all tanks and healers, then you're not gonna have a DPS. But by the same logic, though, if you're all DPS, you're not gonna have a tank and a healer. It's
You're,
gonna be tough.
yeah, it's a
It's gonna be
pain.
tough because a lot of people like I only have one character worth using in arenas, and that is my DPS. But I'm pretty sure like maybe 60% of the people who play on this game, their main is a DPS.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because they're farming.
No, yeah, I'm not counting all the alts on the game because I'm sure there is, at least hundreds, if not thousands of alts out there that have either been made, left alone, you never know.
Well, you know what people were
You know.
doing? They'd switch to their gold suit last season because it has a shield.
Oh, because it has a shield. That's so smart.
Yeah, and they had probably had a rune set to go with it. They probably had some sort of build where they could and what do you call it? Change your stats around. Can you help?
Redistributing
Yeah,
stats.
yeah. So they maybe now they're a tank that can cast. Not maybe now they're a tank that can heal just by switching their suit. And then if they don't
That's
want
pretty
to,
nice.
and if you want to be DPS, you don't change your suit.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, changing suits is all well and good, but it's gonna take me about a year to get a couple suits.
Oh my
Because like
God. Yeah.
I'm just now getting to where I can get my legendary equipment, like the next month, I'm gonna put myself, I'm gonna give a 300 golden shower and get everything I need to get.
Well,
So,
you're making really good progress, dude. And just give it time. Let it work itself out. And you're definitely doing a great job.
yeah, for this being like less than a year old account, like I mean, I say less than a year old, but like 4/3/23. So in April it'll be a year old.
That's yeah, you're doing fantastic. I mean, you probably couldn't do it much faster. So I would say keep up
Well,
the good work.
I owe a lot of that to, some of my guild members who helped me out. Like Outcast was a big help for me because like I didn't know how to do anything. I wasn't sure, and that's one of these things that, I watch a YouTuber who does MMO stuff, and he says that that's one of the things that you've got to be wary of is there's a whole bunch of these little tiny quit moments in MMOs, and a lot of people who sit there and complain, they say, "Oh wait, this is not as good as when I was a kid or whatever." They don't put in the time that you know really shows you how much you actually do like this game. They spend 2 days on it and they're like, "Okay, I'm done. This game sucks."
Yeah.
But really, in order to judge a game, you've got to spend hundreds of hours into it to really get a feel for how good or bad it is. Now, obviously, there is something to be said about like initial judgment. Like initially, I really liked this game because it was hard. Okay,
Yeah.
I missed the trophies. I was here, like literally I got to 85 right before he switched the trophies, and I was pretty happy about that.
I'm sure. I mean, and just going back to what you said, just on the basic level, he's not dropping like insane amount of legendary gear all the time, changing things constantly. There's months in between new gear, and I think that's really crucial for the development of the game. He's not he's not trying to soak us too much coming out. You know what I mean? with money.
Yeah, I think it gives time for the metagame to develop and settle, and that's really important in this kind of game because I mean like it's been
Yeah,
going for what? How long? 2018. So wait, if we did the
yeah.
math, how old would it have been? We got
2008, 16 years.
15 years old. All
Yeah,
right, so this game is 15 years old,
yeah,
and it's doing really well. I mean,
yeah.
obviously it's really niche. It doesn't have 5 bajillion players,
No, it doesn't even
but
have a analytical research on Twitch to tell you when the most popular times are.
yeah, well, it doesn't have analytical research. You can barely find anything on YouTube aside from some of the videos that you've done before. It it doesn't. You can't have anything on YouTube. You don't have anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to YouTube soon. Um, with this streaming goes a lot of editing work, and I spend a lot of time doing that. So I appreciate any follows and subscribers. And
Yeah,
we're gonna be reaching out to
with
YouTube and X soon, and we're gonna make No Diet is great. Or
make no dietist great again.
yeah, make No
Yeah.
Diet is great again. Yeah, we're gonna get it out there. We're gonna get it out there, and people. I think I think once people get a wind of it, they're really gonna like it.
Yeah, I think once they get used to the game, they'll like it. But the early game gameplay is tough. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
Is you can't really help them through it. It's like you either want to play this game or you don't. And that's one of those things where I kind of agree with Glitch in that, look, man, if you don't want to play this game, you're not going to last very long. You
yeah.
know,
If you can't
the
make
only
it
re
through the initial,
yeah, the initial like Castile and Castile and to getting to Stronghead, if you can't make it to Stronghead, you can't really make it in this game.
yeah. If you lose interest, you don't want to do battles, and you just, yeah, absolutely. And you just have to like the game. You have to
Yeah,
like the
like I
type
love
of.
the art style. You gotta like the art style. You gotta like the combat system. Like that's this game. The art style and the combat system. That is what this game is.
Yeah, in the
You
grid
know,
system, I like the squares. It's simple.
I do. Yeah, I like the squares. The movement is kind of annoying, to be completely honest. But
You got any
what are you gonna
companions?
do?
Get some companions and move faster.
Oh, really? Is that what the bugs are for? Can you tell me what the bugs are for?
They have 6 different abilities. 2 of them are for gold related. One would give you a double chance of a double gold rush. Another one would give you more gold per chest. Another one makes you move faster on tiles. Another one makes you track quicker for epic tasks. And another skill up tiers your epic dust. I think I'm missing one, but yeah.
That's legit. But there's none of them that really like upgrade your experience. Then, if
Oh,
if I do,
no. No.
big sad. I was hoping there was one that did that.
There is another one that transport. The flying companions can transport items from town to town.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I think he filled me in. Oh, quad rush. Wise rub. Yeah. Quad quad experience rush. That's the one I missed.
Wise rub.
So yeah, there is an experience one. You get quad experience rushes.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Albatronics. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, they're nice. They're very expensive to get companions, so I'd wait a little while. Focus on your armor. It's end game shit when you got like 50 million laying around.
Oh yeah, I've got 3 months until I'm gonna do something like just dump a bunch of money into my storage. You know.
And there's a we
Um.
can do a video on that. There's a lot to finding companions. We can talk
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
next week if you want.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about finding companions and stuff next week.
Yeah.
Give us something to talk about for next week. Um. But yeah, I have to go. My food has been here for 20 minutes.
Oh,
Um.
my apologies. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
Albatron.
no no no! I could talk about I could talk about no dietists all day. Okay.
Same. No, I was just Albatronics has mentioned there's another one that gives you equipment weight loss. Just throw that out there.
Oh oh
Yeah.
this guy in chat right here, bro.
Told you, man. He's OP. I told you he's been around. No.
Freaking awesome,
No,
awesome.
I'm gonna go eat a bunch of pizza too, and I just want to thank K Trades. I want to thank the Butcher. I want to thank Albatronics and everybody else who stopped in to check this shit out. Thank you very much. Um, I hope you like the content.
Yeah.
You're welcome to join in chat in one of these podcast settings if you'd like. Just let me know. How many?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, have a couple drinks, have a cigar, and talk about no dietis. It's a good time. Good people. So I just want to say thanks. Really appreciate it.
All right, I gotta go. I will see you later.
Yeah, enjoy your
Um,
dinner for sure.
Peace and love. I would like to talk to you a little bit more later on.
I'll be on. I'll have dinner and I got to grind to use my RRT.
All right, peace and love.
All right. And the rest of you all, Albatronics and everybody else, have a very good evening. And we'll catch you next week. Check the schedule on the stream to find out when we're going to do this again. I'll update it tonight and tomorrow night from 6 to 7. We're going to be doing Final Fantasy 15 Comrades, wrapping it up 100% completion. We'll be finishing a big part of it tomorrow night, and I look forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to getting that done. But thank you again, and I'm going to hit the off button. Thank you guys.